So about Luffy and Joyboy, if you haven't already learned it yet, this video is gonna have some heavy spoilers for the new chapter. I would be surprised if you didn't hear about it already though, even if you are anime only. Usually there are spoilers before the actual chapter releases, like the main point of the chapter, or a key moment. And with what happened in the current chapter, it was spreading like wildfire. It was all over social media, so it was pretty hard to miss. I don't go on social media really much at all, so that's the only reason I did not know about it. My friend tried to tell me about it since he saw it online, but I told him I wanted to find out what it exactly was when the chapter came out. With the way it ended, it makes a lot of sense of why my friend was fighting so hard to not talk about it with me. This is gonna be one of those chapters everyone looks back at once One Piece is over, and see it as a major turning point for the series. If you still don't know what I'm talking about, and I assume you don't care about spoilers since you're still on the video, Luffy was turning into Joyboy. Well, we aren't actually too sure. At the end of the chapter, Zunisha started talking to Momonosuke and announced to him that Joyboy returned. Then we cut back to Luffy on the rooftop, who just lost to Kaido, and he was going under some sort of transformation. Even though he just lost, he was smiling, and he has some slimy thing on top of his head. I don't even know in what way Luffy was changing exactly, if it was a new gear, or maybe awakening his fruit, but that's really all I could tell from the end of the chapter. And there's a break next week, so we won't find out for a while now. So I wanted to just talk about this new evolution Luffy is going through, and how exactly it ties back to Joyboy. Before that though, like and subscribe for future content. I can't really say I'm 100%, but I'm pretty certain it won't be like a reincarnation of Joyboy, with Joyboy taking over Luffy's body and using him as a host. I don't think it will be anything like that. Nothing like that has ever happened in the story, with current characters being influenced by dead ones. The closest we ever had to that was Ace with Luffy's Red Hawk, or Ace being in Sabo's flames sometimes, but those are really just cosmetic. That's probably not the best way of saying it exactly. It's not literally Ace showing up and powering up Luffy or Sabo, is what I'm trying to get at. It's just symbolism. I don't think Joyboy himself will ever return to the story, besides like flashbacks. And Joyboy is not really a person to begin with, it's more of a title. Whoever was the first Joyboy probably has another name, but everybody in the story only calls him Joyboy, so that's all we know him as. He's likely a D-Clan member, so he will have that sort of connection to Luffy, I guess. What I think Zunisha meant was that the idea of Joyboy was coming back, not literally the person he used to sail with. Joyboy embodied liberation, and Luffy was about to as well, with whatever transformation he's going through. I don't think Luffy will have like an inner monologue with the first Joyboy in his mind, with him telling him about his history and the goal that he's trying to reach. It kind of ties back into that video I made about the Will of D. You can watch it if you want me to go more in depth about it, but basically it wasn't that it's a blood related thing to be a Will of D member. It was more of a mentality type of thing, where people who would challenge the world nobles, or would just want to make a change in general, would inherit the will, hence the name Will of D. And the subconscious goal of each Will of D member is to be the next Joyboy. It isn't something that any of them are aware of, but with how they are trying to make a change, it's like a primal instinct for them to be the next Joyboy and try to cause a liberation. I wasn't really expecting Luffy to get another power up in Wano. I thought Oda would only go as far as making Luffy adept at advanced conqueror's haki, because he was already pretty much on par with Kaido. He was fighting Kaido on top of the rooftop on equal footing for a really long time. If the CP0 guy didn't interfere with their final clash, it could have been possible that it could have been the blow to finish off Kaido. We don't know for sure, but that was honestly what it was looking like. Whatever power up Luffy's getting, it is most likely an awakening. I have no idea what kind of awakening it could be, since he has some sort of slime stuff on his head, and I can't really see how that relates to rubber, but that might be how he would be able to applicate rubber properties onto other objects, by putting that slimy stuff onto the object, or even other people. If it's not that, it might be something we have yet to learn about the Gomu Gomu no Mi, because whatever reason the world government wanted the fruit so badly, we definitely do not know about it yet. All we know right now are probably only the surface level applications of the fruit. There's probably something really dangerous about it that we do not know yet, so it might just be that Luffy was able to tap into that secret power of the Gum Gum fruit. But yeah, that is pretty much all I had to say. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe for future content. Peace.